is sometimes like driving a car and making dinner at the same time. So, okay. So with that, right, Rebecca said, I am, right? She realizes that she wants to take ownership. So to create something brand new, brand new. Because if you're here, have you noticed you're likely someone that has never had really good love? I mean, yummy, nourishing love that you can really count on the person, that you know that it's going to be different than anything else that you've ever experienced, right? So if you have not had the kind of love that you want, put in the chat that I want good love. I want good love. Because I'll tell you, there's really nothing better, because ultimately it's in the context of a conscious relationship that we can grow the most. Now, most people say, no, I'm fine alone. Well, that's great, but we're not here today because you're fine alone, right? You're here today because you want something different, right? Right. Okay, beautiful. So now let's talk about some of these limited beliefs. And to change limited beliefs, we need three kinds of skills. Okay, it's not just one thing. We need to be in full alignment. We need heart set. So that means if our heart is closed, like, I don't need anybody, then we don't get anybody. We don't get anybody good, right? Mindset. Mindset, if you want to have healthy love that you've never had before, then how would you recognize it if we don't have the proper mindset to stop listening to friends who are well-meaning, to thinking that it's like these Netflix shows like Love is Blind. In my experience, love is not blind. You really have to be attracted to your person on many levels. And the other thing, the other skill you need is skill set. Skill set. To go out and do anything that you want to do in life, you have to know how to do it, right? Wouldn't you agree? Okay, beautiful. So the first limited belief is that most of you, well, tell me if this is you think that, or you believe that relationships are really hard. They're hard work. They're hard to get. And then people say, oh, well, I know they're hard and I don't expect perfect. But what's really going on there? What's really going on there? I can't get perfect. Well, you can get perfect, right? Because in your limited beliefs, you don't believe that it's possible, and it's coming from that you've never had it before in the way you want it, and you don't want anyone to come into your life and wreck it. I have peace of mind. I take care of myself. It would be nice. Okay. So relationships are hard. Do you think that's empowered? Do you think that's high vibration? Or do you think it's low vibration? Right? That's right. We need to be fully in our alignment. That's exactly right, Rebecca. So beautiful. So now let's turn it around from, oh, relationships are hard, I can't have perfect, to an empowering belief. An empowering belief is, I'm so excited about inviting in a relationship that flows and is nurturing. I'm so excited to invite in love that flows and is nurturing. My soulmate is waiting for me. How's that feel? How does that feel, everyone? Does that feel like she is crazy? She is nuts. Or can you see that having a new belief that's empowering, what do you think it does to the energy? What do you think it does to the vibration? Ooh, Right. Samira said, it feels good. It's funny, Samira and Rebecca, you're my friends that I want to introduce. You're both here. So, yes, it feels good. It feels good, even if you don't know how to do it or you don't know how to get there. That's fine. Of course, you don't. No one ever taught you how to get there. So, a very important aspect of busting through a limited belief is to just shift your mindset, have some faith, and realize that when you have faith, your heart is open, and then you can learn those skills. You can actually change your trajectory. Now, the mistake a lot of people make is that they meditate on it or they pretend to be delusionally optimistic. Now, that was me. I was delusionally optimistic for 15, 20 years because I didn't know any better. So I thought, think good and it'll be good. But what other area in your life do you just think good and it'll be good and you achieve success? Like, let's say you're an artist, you've never painted before, or you become a lawyer. Do you sit around and say, "Oh, I'm going to watch LA Law and and read law journals and it'll just fall into place"? No way. No way. It doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. And we think we should know how to do this just because we're good, but it doesn't work that way. Okay. All right. So the next limited belief. So the first one is, I think relationships are hard. I can't have what I want. You can have exactly what you want. Once you really understand your true needs in a relationship, like we teach in A Clear Path to True Healthy Love, and all the other subtleties that are separate from a checklist, she should be this and he should be tall and they should be charitable and they should be. The problem is that I'm sure all of you have met people who have the qualities on the checklist, right? But they're still emotionally unavailable. Notice that? They're still emotionally unavailable. So that tells us that it's not enough to just have a checklist and go out there and, and just hope it's going to work out. We need something different. And for those of you who are high achievers, you know that to create success in anything requires a plan. Okay? Got it. Okay. The second limited belief I want to talk about, and there are hundreds, but we're going to do a few tonight, is you think it's not in the cards for you. You think it's not in the cards for you because it's been really hard. I meet a man and then I'm just not attracted, so we become friends. Definitely not what you want to do. Or I meet so many nice people. They're nice, but they don't work out. So does that tell us? So after all the divorces and the challenging childhoods where your needs didn't get met, we start to say, not in the cards, not in the cards. God forgot me. It's not my destiny. But that's just not true. That's a total limiting belief. Totally limiting. It shuts the door. And again, it takes the responsibility off of you, off of us. Because then we say it's out there. It's all those men. Or we also work with men and they're saying, oh, the women I meet, they're just not marriage minded, or they don't treat me well, or they don't see me, or they try to dominate me. You see that? So again, we want to take the responsibility back and become a creator, learn how to become a creator. And Samira she creates the most amazing hummus and baba ganoush, and like that didn't just happen, right? And she could have said, oh, there are a million other brands, but she's doing her thing and taking the responsibility of her success. So it's the same. It's the same with love and relationships. So here's the empowering belief. So what I'm going to give it out to you. What do you think would be an empowering belief instead of it's not in the cards for me this lifetime. God forgot about me. What do you think? What would you guess could be an empowering belief? What do you think? It's not in the cards. God forgot me. All right, I'm going to help you out. An empowering belief is love is in the cards for me because I'm a human being. And healthy love, everyone, is your birthright. It's your birthright. We are human beings and we are meant to connect and we are meant to be loved well. We are meant to feel validated with another human, but often in our childhoods, we were not validated. We were neglected and abused. And even if it was more subtle than that, we tend to uh, take on these limited beliefs. And like I said, they gather evidence. It's totally human to want to connect. Never lose hope. There is a man for me out there. Exactly. That's an empowering belief. Beautiful. Okay. So the next one, limiting belief, that's always limiting, right? And you're all empowered in so many other areas. So I want to open your eyes. Here's a big one. I hear this almost every day that in order to find the kind of person that I want, I probably need to move. I probably need to move because the quality of people here, and you could fill in wherever that is, the right people, they're not here. They're not here. That's what people say all the time. But that absolutely isn't true, even if that's been your experience. Because, like I said before, if we have, let's say, a fear of abandonment that goes way back, or trust issues, right? We can't really trust because we've been divorced and hurt and cheated on and lied to, right? Then we start to take on, no, I'll tell you a story of Jody, a client who got married, I don't know, maybe 8, 10 years ago. And she said, oh, Bari, I'm so self-aware. But here in San Francisco, I cannot meet the kind of man that I want. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to move back to New York. And that was her belief. That was her belief. And that was the belief that she was manifesting and living through. But it wasn't true. She joined my Clear Path to True Healthy Love program. We cleared limited beliefs. We taught her how to believe. She started to see the world differently, how her core wounds were really repelling love, even though she was self-aware. Because just like limited beliefs, very often our energy does not let us see the reality. And sure enough, we cleared these things, gave her a new understanding of herself. And the reason she was really repelling love and not seeing amazing matches. And today she's married and she is like, this is the greatest thing. And the marriages, by the way, are not like, oh, they're great in the beginning. That's not what conscious love is. Conscious love deepens and grows over time because of life's experiences, because the person really cares for you and it's rooted in empathy. And in our marriages, it's like, oh my God, I feel like I won the lottery. And women can just, even powerful women, they can just let their hair down and let a man like give. And it's the same with the men, right? Because when we don't feel worthy, we attract people who are a mirror to that fear. Okay. So the truth is, in all my years of doing this, it's always the case. I can tell you hundreds of stories, Jody, Nancy, myself, right? So Someone said to me today, there's no one in church where I go, and there's no one at the bars, and there's no one online. It's just not working. But he did say, I don't know, I feel kind of shy and it's hard for me to express myself, which is hint, hint, hint about the real problem. But we don't often always want to look at the real problem. We want to have it not be our responsibility, or we're not used to it. We're not used to being empowered. So let's have some fun. So what is and in all, with all my clients, they always meet someone who is like right there, a mile away, 2 miles away. Or if they live in a little small town, they always meet people. Why? Because like I'm saying, when you're blocked, you don't see the reality. But as soon as you open up and change and expand your heart, your mind, and your skill set, boom, someone else pops up. It's amazing. You find your person. So what would be a good, empowering belief for this one? We all need love. We all need love. The world needs love so much. That's right. So an empowering belief is my soulmate is coming to me wherever I am. My soulmate is coming to me wherever I am. Destiny brings us together. And that happens regardless of where you are, because wherever you go, there you are. You see that? Okay, and I see we have quite a few new people, so I just want to give a quick introduction that I'm Bari Lyman. I'm the creator of the Meet to Marry method, a transformational dating method that helps thousands of singles get unstuck in love, permanently break through unconscious dating and relationship patterns, and summon their soulmate for really good love. I struggled for so long dating emotionally unavailable men until I created the transformation that we're talking about today, out of limited beliefs into empowering beliefs, creating a vision, understanding my needs, and stepping out of the past. And now I'm married 19 years to my soulmate, Michael, who always is my partner in crime. He always has my back. We've had so many experiences. So that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about busting through limited beliefs. Okay. And another one is, you know what? I'm unique. People say, Barry, you don't understand. Things like, I'm so unique. I'm so unique. I don't think I could get the kind of person I want. Or my age. It would have been easier 10 years ago, 20 years ago. But it's not true. You didn't find your soulmate 10 or 20 years ago, right? You were either in a marriage that didn't work, or you were focusing on other things. So the truth be told is everyone, without exception, feels like they're so unique. I'm so unique, which again is really saying I cannot have what I want. It's too hard, but it's not true. And so why is now the right time to find love? Why is now the right time? When I say that to you, your age is perfect. Where you live is perfect. And you're not that unique. Everyone tells me I look so much younger than I am. Okay. Why is your age and where you live and your situation perfect? It's perfect because now is the time that you're admitting that you want love, that you're not going to go another day being lonely. You're not going to go another day wondering, how could I be so amazing and have so much love to give, but only meet people I'm not attracted to, the wrong ones, the disappointing ones, and then waste time with them. So now is the time. Now is the time. So let's look at the empowering belief for I'm too unique. There's something wrong with my situation. I'm too old. I'm too thin. I'm too heavy. I'm too whatever. I didn't come from the right family. What do you think is a good empowering? That's right. Exactly. Now, Rebecca is in our program, so she knows My soulmate is coming to me wherever I am, and destiny, right, brings us together. Exactly. And now is exactly the perfect time because now I'm ready and aligned. Because if we're I don't trust and I don't believe and I need to move. Someone told me the men in Houston, definitely not right. The men in Chicago, they're much better caliber, but she was in Houston. So, right? When she was in Chicago, it didn't. So it's not about where you are. It's not about where you live. It's not about your uniqueness. Because here's the big secret. Oh, let me tell you that's the big belief. The time is now because I'm ready and aligned. When we harbor unconscious limited beliefs, it's like turning the light off. It's like the light is off. Even if you're going out all the time, even if you put on a good smile, even if you say you're optimistic, it doesn't matter. When our love lives aren't working, there is a limited belief, a story, a trauma that is unresolved. And that is the roots of the real block. So now we could put band-aids on and get you a makeover and join 5 more sites and meditate another 20 minutes a day or clear out a closet or talk in therapy. But unfortunately, those things are band-aids. In therapy, we're talking about the past. But when we ask a therapist, like, how do I get into wholeness and embodiment of wholeness? And how do I find a soulmate? They're going to tell you, I don't know, it's not my training, which is exactly what happened to me. And then when I realized that, oh my gosh, all that time and energy. Now, don't get me wrong, all these things are great. Meditation, talking in therapy, energy healing, all these things are great. But if you're here today, I would imagine you want a solution. You want to stop dating. You want to get out of limited beliefs and you want to enjoy the sweetness of connection, right? Where you can really, really trust. Are you guys vibing with me? If this makes sense, give me some love in the chat. Give me an amen. Yeah. Because every day, the people in our programs, they see what the changes in themselves, and then they see the changes of other people, of the sweet stories that rise out of the depths of real trauma. And that's why you can say, wow, she is so beautiful and so successful. How could she possibly still be single? And that's the big question. But the real answer is the exterior doesn't matter. What matters is what's going on inside, because limited beliefs and unresolved trauma, even if you understand it up here, is not resolving it. So when people say to me, I've done all this therapy and CBD and CPT and all this other kind of stuff, I did it all and it was great, but it didn't happen to solve this problem of getting past it. So basically, I hope you are excited about getting rid of and transcending your limited beliefs. Other ones, men my age are this. You get the idea. So from this, what are you noticing? What are some of your limited beliefs? While you're thinking about it, I want to share something really exciting coming up. And if you want to really get rid of and transcend the things that aren't working, it really takes a new perspective. It takes a new understanding of yourself and of the thing we're trying to create. So on May 19th, for 7 days, what was the question? Is what are some, or what were, or what are some of your limited beliefs? So on May 19th, for 7 days from May 27th. I want to invite you to a workshop called Finding Your Soulmate. You know, stepping really into your destiny and inviting in, attracting in the love that you really, really deserve. And it's really exciting. It's going to be like this, but also educational. And we're going to have exercises. And you're going to get a taste of what we do in a clear path to true healthy love. And you will be able to have really big breakthroughs. And what I love is that I look for people that are badass, that want to plan, that want to experience sweet love, because I find that high achievers love to love a plan, right? And they don't let anything get in the way. So today I've given you a bit of information about limited beliefs, and I want to know, share with me, either here or in email, what you're going to do about your limited beliefs. Yeah, and if you're tired of going out with emotionally unavailable people, and they exist, but at the same time that they exist, your soulmate exists. And why we're not too complicated or unique is that you will learn the attributes of what you really need in a relationship. And you'll see that, oh, it's not as complicated as I've made it out to be. So we're going to drop the link to register for the masterclass, for the workshop rather, on May 19th through May 27th. It's meettomarry.com/soulmate. And I am so excited to see you on the workshop. And one other thing that you can do is to have a great customized workshop experience is you can book a 15-minute clarity session, connect call with me or my team, and we'll customize it for you. We'll help you to understand which sessions are the most important so that you can really have a great experience. And invite your friends. And lastly, my limited beliefs. Sari is generous and courageous, or I'm not lovable and nobody wants me. That's right. And that's a limiting belief that comes from the past. And that is what we unwind and we shift so that, yeah. Oh, Samira said, I don't think I have limited beliefs. That in and of itself is a limited belief, because human beings have limited beliefs. And the thing is that, limiting belief. I don't know how to talk to men or flirt with men. That's right. Exactly. So if you believe that, then it closes off possibilities. And then we don't even really know how to access healthy men, right? Because at the end of the day, is it about flirting? No. It's more about being heart-centered, good in your skin, real, vulnerable. But the caveat is that we want to invite in the right people, because people say, oh, I'm vulnerable. I tell all the men or whoever I'm dating what I'm looking for, but they're emotionally unavailable. Right. So flirting is kind of, it's a little bit superficial for what we're talking about, right? And you could like men, but if it's unfamiliar and we haven't had the kinds of man to love us and see us, then unwinding limited beliefs is to say, it's great that you're free and you like men, but to say, what is it about me and my energy? Now, this is not negative. This is coming from a creator mindset. That's the thing, because sometimes when we say, nope, I got this, but you don't have that person in your life, then I invite you to just, open up and ask the question. And when I say having a plan, definitely come to the workshop. But in the workshop, I lay out what is a plan to have love, right? So a plan to have love has to do with clearing things that are hidden barriers. hidden, because if we knew what they were and we knew how to clear them, we would. Learning how to believe, learning the steps to take, learning what your emotional needs are, learning how to design a future in a granular way. And most important, once we've handled the past in a few weeks in a clear path to healthy love, then you learn exactly how to invite in the right people who are exactly aligned with who you are and what you want. And it's a fast, enlightening project plan where as we elevate ourselves, then we start to bring in your reality changes. So I'll end it right here. When I lived in Boca Raton, Florida, I, my modus operandi was narcissistic, emotionally unavailable men, and they always look good. They always look good on paper, but they always turned out to be emotionally unavailable or narcissistic. And until I figured out that who I was attracting was all about me and my skill set and my past and my childhood, and get that fixed, kept going. And people would say, "Oh, Bari, you're such a good person. I feel so bad." But everyone knew. I mean, my first relationship was with a drug addict. I mean, he was a white collar drug addict, but nonetheless, the pain and the suffering is the same, because someone who's addicted, they can't love anyone else because they're numbing themselves, right, with their drugs or alcohol or whatever it is. So anyway, it's really all about having a plan. And in the same town, but a different version of me, I was able to meet literally same site, JDate at that time. This was a long time ago because I'm married 19 years. So I started meeting only marriage-minded people. Like that's what was showing up. That's what I learned how to invite in. And it was so powerful. It was really great. And that's how I met my husband, where everything aligned. But I could have said, I'm so unique, I'm so this, I'm so that. But it turns out not to be true. So let's end it here. You all deserve to find your soulmates. And your soulmates are 100% waiting for you. How do I know? Because if you exist, your soulmate exists too. So you want to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And then you get to enjoy the sweetness of really good love, really good love. All right, guys. So I'm going to drop the link for where to register for the workshop. It's absolutely free. You can come and learn and apply these skills in your life. And maybe you'll want to have someone help you. It's totally up to you. Okay, guys. So if you enjoyed this, definitely invite your single friends, those that would like to, you know, have this kind of transformational conversation. And we do this every week. All right, guys, it was wonderful connecting with you. Register for the workshop, send your questions. Let's meet on a connect call with me or my team, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys. Mwah. Oh, yes, Vinny. They will definitely be recorded. All the sessions will be recorded. So that's a great question. So even if you can't make it live, that's okay. That's totally fine. You'll get the exercises and the videos. Okay. And there'll be lots of great surprises and aha moments. All right. It was great to see you all. Thank you so much for your time. Sending big love.